Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the BFG Podcast. Another news flash with me and Jonathon. Today we are very excited to talk about the newest signing to the Wellington Phoenix. The Wellington Phoenix announced today that Kosta Barbarouses will return to the club on a 2-year deal for season 2022-23 and 2023-24. Mr. Barbarouses said in the press conference that he had interest from a total of three A-League clubs, but he chose the Phoenix as he enjoyed their playing style. Jonathon, thoughts?
I'm pretty excited by this. I think Kosta coming home is a really big move for him, for his family, but also for the Knicks. The one thing that supporters have been asking for the last few years with the Knicks is someone who can score goals. You know, we've kind of had that attack. We can get up through the midfield, but we haven't been able to just quite get across the line. And I think Kosta's going to give us that firepower. What do you reckon, Blake?
Well, as you know, I don't know how much I can say, but we've been working on this story behind the scenes for a while. So I'm pretty glad that I was able to get this one. I'm a bit gutted that I didn't put it out because I wasn't confident on it, but I wish I had now.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you've been hot on this story for about 6. I reckon it's probably about 6 to 8 weeks. Like it's been at least a month or two. Like you knew well in advance.
So
yeah, you had the good oil on this one, Blake. Another scoop for you.
I'm pretty gutted about that, but anyway.
So, according to Andrew Vuerman, now we've got, with the signing of Kosta, we've actually got 4 of 6 forwards for our team. So we've got Ball, Barbarouses, we've got Old, and we've got young Ben Waine. So we've got a nice selection of firepower across those 4. So I think we're pretty well set for the upcoming season.
Yeah, and just on Andrew, and Andrew, if you're listening to this video, please come on the show. We'd love to have you on. Why don't we, Jonathon?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, Rolo, Vuerman, any of those guys would be fantastic to be able to have a chat with them and get some of that Knicks news.
So if any of you do watch these videos, please reach out to us.
Yeah. So what do you think of Kosta's return? How do you think that'll play out for us?
Well, I can now reveal what I heard a few weeks ago. So what I had heard is a source of mine had gone to the same barber that is owned by some of the Phoenix players, and they were talking. Some people within that establishment were telling customers the night that he was released from Sydney FC that he had been talking to the Phoenix for a little bit, and there's speculation that he may have even got permission to talk about it earlier than before he got released. Now, something that he also said in the press conference may lead to why that was. So he also said in the press conference that he was offered a 2-year extension by Sydney FC, but he turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, and this is only speculation, and if anyone can help, that'd be great. That once he declined the 2-year extension, they were like, "Okay, we're going to release you, but you can talk." Now, I'm not confirming that. That's just speculation.
So interesting. So really, what I can see is this is when Kosta played for us before, he played for the Knicks. He played 3 seasons, and then he up and off and went to Central Coast. And I remember Kosta got a lot of heat for that, and there's a lot of people calling him a Judas.
It wasn't Central Coast, it was Brisbane, I think.
Oh, no, my apologies. It was Brisbane. Yeah, he packed up and went to Brisbane. But a lot of people gave him a real hard time and called him all sorts of names. So I think with Kosta coming home, if he can, round out his career with us, it'd be a nice way for him to finish and get back in the good books. Because he did get a lot of grief, which was unnecessary and unwarranted, in my view.
Yeah.
So I mean, he is a bit of a journeyman. He's played Brisbane Roar. Then went to, he's played for Melbourne, played for Victory, played for Sydney, played for the Knicks. So he's had a pretty good career. And at 32, he's still got some good running in his legs. He's not old. So I think it's a good move.
Because, as I said to a few members on the Facebook, our Facebook group, where you can find a lot of the stuff, 32 isn't that old by this league standards. It's actually quite young for this league, because this league, although you've had a few 20-year-olds, you normally see 30-year-olds, 35-year-olds, 36, 37, occasionally a 40-year-old or two. So 32 by the age of this league is remarkably young for the league standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I was 32, I'm pretty, I'd be pretty happy if I was still able to play professional football. I'm a bit past that now, but you've still got a few years ahead of you, Blake. But obviously, Kosta's going to come back.
If I could walk, I would play.
I reckon you'd make a good goalie.
Yeah. Maybe in a future life.
Yeah.
But so the other question is, because a lot of people have been pointing this out to me privately and on various groups, the reason why he left last time was because of his wife. So even though I've been working on the story for several weeks now, I find it quite odd that he left because of his wife, and now they're coming home.
I think things have changed though. Like, they've got a young family now. I don't know whether they had children when they left. So that changes things. Having kids.
Yes, but I mean, not just point this out. I mean, with the utmost respect to Mrs. Barbarouses, but she was so homesick last time.
Yeah.
And that's why Mr. Barbarouses left.
Yeah. Well, we had something similar last year with him, with Tomo Hamed, and his wife was missing the Jewish people, so they up and off to Sydney so she could feel like having family or more friends around her. So it's a similar thing, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Just a quick news hit for you guys, and either before or after this video, we will have a copy of the press conference coming out, so you guys can see that. So you would have already seen that by the time the video drops, or you would have been about to see it. So if you haven't seen already, if it is already out, as we don't know what orders they will come out, please go and check that out if it's already up. And if it's not already up, go and check it out when it's out. And so, with that being said, please like and subscribe this video, and we will see you on the next one.
Cool. Thanks, Blake.